Excuse me. Excuse me. Could you ask him? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Graduates, candidates for graduation, you guys look very good this evening. And now that everyone has an opportunity to clear the railing, to sit down, please stand up for the presentation of the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you Julie Linghavu, who will sing our national anthem. Mr. Daraban will start her off. And this will also be in remembrance of former Governor and President Ronald Reagan. Please be seated. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait a little longer for you to clear the rail in front, please. We still have seating on both ends, and we will get started. I have some introductions this evening. First, immediately behind me on the center stage, we have, representing our Board of Trustees, two individuals. And first is Mr. Jason Sample, and also Linda Thompson. Also representing the Grant District is our Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Bruce Mandrich. Also seated on stage, we have Assistant Principal John Milam. And Assistant Principal Mr. Barrington Henry. We also have your counselor, Ms. Rosalie Garcia. Reading your names this evening, we have two individuals. One, Mr. Jason Cummings, your advisor. And Mr. Robert Abbott, our favorite librarian. And directly behind the stage, who will step out to my left, will be Mr. Paul Darabin, who is playing the music live this evening. And he is wearing long pants tonight. I would like to begin this evening with giving an opportunity to our board members to speak, and first will be Miss Linda Thompson.
Students, parents, families, it is truly an honor for me to be here tonight. On behalf of the Grad Joint Union High School District Board of Trustees, I say to you, congratulations. I have just a real quick quote. A milestone passed, new things begun, dreams as shining as the sun, a goal achieved, a victory won. Way to go, class of 2004.
And also Mr. Jason Sample. Good evening, family, friends, relatives, and most importantly, good evening, Rio Linda graduating class of 2004. On behalf of the Grad Joint Union High School District Board of Trustees, I want to say that we are proud of you. We commend you for your work, the time, the energy that you have spent, and we congratulate you on your future endeavors and the challenges. And I want to leave you with a favorite quote of mine: be the change that you wish to see in the world. Congratulations, class of 2004. Thank you, trustees. Now, it's a tradition of mine to do something a little bit different. Graduates, will you please stand? Graduates, will you turn around and face the crowd? I'd like you to applaud your family, friends, and teachers. Without all of you, we wouldn't have these graduates here tonight. Graduates, you can now turn around and sit down. Thank you. I want to cover a few statistics this evening, but first I want to thank you for trusting these students to us for these past 6 years, not 4, because they were also middle school students within the Grant District. You have trusted us with your children. We thank you for that. We hope we produced a good product, which is an educated young person to go on in the world. And speaking of going on into the world, a few statistics. We have 77.5%, I don't know where the half person came in, but 77.5% of this class will move on to colleges, universities, and trade schools. We have students attending next fall UC Berkeley, UC Santa Barbara, UC Riverside, CSU, Cal Poly, Fresno, Chico, Stanislaus, private universities and colleges, UOP, Pepperdine, Dominican, DeVry, and Academy of Arts. We also have out-of-state colleges and universities represented: Tulane, Grinnell, and BYU. Other colleges: Tennessee State University and University of Hawaii. We also have students attending the community colleges of Sac City, Cosumnes River College, Sierra, Yuba, and also Santa Barbara. The trade schools represented here are High Tech, WCC, MTI, ITT, and HEAL. Total financial aid reported $247,946. Congratulations. I have one quote this evening. This is not a speech. Gilda Radner is a comedian who passed away a few years ago of cancer. Before she passed away, she wrote a book. In her book, she is quoted as, "I wanted a perfect ending. Now I've learned the hard way that some poems don't rhyme and some stories don't have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Life is about not knowing, having to change, taking the moment, and making the best of it, without knowing what's going to happen next, and we don't know." So with that, class of 2004, we will begin the commencement ceremonies today. First, I would like to bring up to the stage Miss Melissa Burke, our ASB president.
Fellow graduates, friends, loved ones, family, and faculty, this day brings us closer to our childhood and opens the door to our future. The future can be scary or even exciting, but it can be both. But it's us who decides what our future will be. Some of us know that what we want in our future. Some of us are still deciding. But in the end, we're all grouped together because we don't know what the future holds for any of us. 20 years from now, the person next to you or behind you could be a construction worker, a lawyer, a doctor, a secretary, a teacher, or even the President of the United States. But we are the ones who decided to create that future. The people who are furthering their education between trade school and colleges, we are back to being freshmen again. We worked so hard to graduate, to be on top of it all, to be above the freshmen, to work back down to being freshmen again. But it's just another beginning in our lives. I'd like to conclude with a quote from a movie. Beginnings are scary, endings are usually sad, but what's in the middle is what matters the most. In class of 2004, we had a great middle together. And congratulations, we finally made it.
Next, Julie Linhavu, our class president.
Good evening, class of 2004, faculty, family, and friends from far and near. I'm standing here today on behalf of the class of 2004 of Rio Linda High. We all have molded ourselves into the young adults we are today within a blink of an eye. And as part of maturing, we've been through ups and downs, from being the intimidating freshmen to ironically mature seniors shouting "Go home, freshmen" at rallies. However, in the end, we have learned how to integrate the diversity between us all. Through these years, we've experienced a taste of love, a pinch of drama, and a stab of stress. When we first stepped onto high school territory, it was new and overwhelming. For some, they might have felt excited, worried, happy, or even nothing different at all. But one thing was certain. We all had to survive 4 more years of high school to earn 220 credits to finally accomplishing what we have in reach of us today, our high school diplomas. As tradition, we are the Black and Gold Knights, and as incoming freshmen, we struggled in an attempt to assemble our first homecoming float while unknowingly correlating friendships that has lasted us for 4 years. As sophomores, we learned from many mistakes and succeeded in completing half our high school memories. Before we knew it, time flew by, and we were a part of the upperclassmen. We were officially juniors. Suddenly, as a part of a magic show, we are all here at American River College, ready to achieve the fruits of our labor. I want to thank all the great mentors that have provided us with the power to speak our mind, ask questions, and to strive for the best. If you are a friend of a senior here, just know that you truly mean a lot to that person, and you have somehow influenced great things on them. And special thanks to the special ones for igniting flames that has carried us here. And if you're a family member of any of these unique seniors here, you have been the ultimate support for them, and you all know it too. For all the teachers and staff members working hard at Rio Linda High, we really do appreciate all your effort and time you've spent on us. Thanks. Each one of you mentors have been a step for us, each taking us a step closer to our destination of our new lives, and even closer to opening doors to a brighter future. But seniors, we must all remember, be careful of which doors you choose. Because right next to the correct door might be the wrong one, so just be careful. All the families here have only wished the best for our seniors, and now I'd like to take the time to thank my parents. I love you, Mom. It's as if you're my guiding light on my hard hat that has never gone out through the tunnel of school and heartbreak. And Dad, I know you only want the best for me. Thanks. I love you too. In class of 2004, be prepared for what's to come in the future. This might be the last time we're all together like one big multicultural family. Take pride in who you are and make yourself proud. Try not to regret anything, because in real life, outside of high school, there are no second chances and detention. This might be the end of our high school careers, but nothing will ever erase the memories we have had with each other. So congratulations, class of 2004. We finally made it.
Thank you, Julie. Next, I would like to bring up on stage our top scholars for the senior class. I'd like to begin with Mr. Luke Rankin, Jaspreet Kaur, Kelly Holmes, Andrea Gentry, Agatha Urban, Rebecca Diaz, Jason Eggleston, Gracilia Reynoso, Justin Bagley, Lisa Hall, Juanica Confresi, Daniel Jensen, and Jeremy Linder. Their GPAs are as follows. Jeremy Linder, 4.04. These are cumulative GPAs for 4 years. 4.04. Daniel Jensen, 4.05. Juanica Confresi, 4.07. Please raise your hand when I announce your name. I'm sorry. Lisa Hall, 4.08. Jason Bagley, 4.11. Justin Bagley, sorry. Gracilia Reynoso, 4.11. Jason Eggleston, 4.18. Rebecca Diaz, 4.20. Agatha Urban, 4.20. Andrea Gentry, 4.23. And we have Kelly Holmes, 4.24. Jaspreet Kaur, 4.26. And Mr. Luke Rankin, top of the class, 4.28. I would like Luke, Jaspreet, and Kelly to stay on stage, and the rest of the seniors, if you would please sit. Thank you very much. Rebecca, I need you to stand up. As noted in your program, we have 2 salutatorians, Jaspreet and Kelly. They are presented these medals, highly esteemed medals, in recognition of their accomplishments. First Kelly, and then Jaspreet. And Mr. Luke Rankin is our valedictorian. Luke's had a lot of press lately. He's been in the newspaper a few times. He has been awarded $184,000 in scholarship money. And I believe that number has climbed since we last calculated it. He also has a full ride scholarship to Grinnell. And it's very much our pleasure to present Mr. Luke Rankin with a 4.28 GPA, our valedictorian 2004. And at this time, Luke has a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. 2004, a year that seemed so far off and distant in the past, has now come upon us. We have stepped up to the challenge after many years of trial and tribulation during our high school years, and now we can move on to something more. Family, friends, faculty of Rio Linda High School, I am honored to speak to you on this warm evening. As we usher a new class of graduates off onto the journey of a lifetime. I will never forget our first day on campus when we were naive freshmen wandering the halls of Rio Linda High School. Now, 4 long years later, the senior class has developed into the young adults of tomorrow. The world is filled with opportunities, and our class has been called upon to light the torch of a brighter generation. Although we may have incurred hard times, we are never given adversities that we cannot overcome. Fate is a word that can be used to describe not only our future, but our past. Was it fate that brought us here? Fate that allowed us to share such wonderful memories? Fate that brought us from hard times into the good? Fate has brought the class of 2004 here today, and fate will bring us into what is to come. Whether we head off to college, university, the workplace, or the military, the class of 2004 will be sure to succeed in the years to ensue. As a class, we have been taught to be lifelong learners. Although change may be difficult, change is inevitable at every turn. We will soon head off into the sunset, leaving the halls of Rio Linda High School behind us. But just as soon, we'll step out into the world of tomorrow, waking in the sunrise of a whole new beginning. It is of a vital importance to find your passion. Career choices are endless, schools are abundant, and there is room for each and every one of you to fulfill your dreams. Go for it. As the famous comedian and actor Milton Berle once said, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. This remains true today. Dream of what you want to be and make it a reality. Dream that tomorrow will be better than today. Dream that the next day will be better than tomorrow. We all have dreams. Do not be afraid to pursue them. Overcome your weaknesses by working harder to become stronger. Anyone can tell you what to do, but you have to be the one to actually do it. You have to live with your choices. Study long and hard, but remember to have fun. Life continues with or without you. It is up to you to experience it. Procrastinate if you have to. It's not always a bad thing. Some people do their best work under pressure. Just make sure it gets done and done well, even if it is at 2 a.m. in the morning. Dare to do something at least once. Try out for a solo and band. Join the track and field team. Or even talk to your crush. If you don't, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Be heard and stand up for what you believe in. But remember, silence is golden. Not everyone wants to hear what you think. At this time, I'd like to ask the senior graduating class to stand up. Now look at your fellow classmates. Be proud of who you are now and even prouder of who you will become. Most of all, be proud of the day that you say your final goodbyes to your graduating class. For what you did together will be much greater than anything you can do on your own. Now turn around and face the audience. Look at your teachers, your family, your friends. Thank, love, and treasure these individuals. They have invested time in your education, your well-being, and your life. Graduates, well, here we are, about 15 minutes away from being done with our high school education forever. High school has been a great time, and I think that most of my classmates would agree. So next year, when we all separate and go on our own ways, and hopefully not forget this place, I hope we all have a good time and remember all the good times we had here. I'm sure that you're all anxious for me to finish my speech here, but before I do, I have to read one excerpt. It's from the Reader's Digest, and it's entitled, "The Graduation Advice I Never Got, But I Wish I Had." Today you will emerge from the nurturing confines of academia to face the real world. Now that you're leaving school, you can finally go about getting an education. To help you start, here are a few recommendations. Spend time with people who are not like you. Read for pleasure, and forget about being anything you want to be. Your life will be half over before you know it, so don't squander a moment. Get up, get moving, and good luck. Congratulations, class of 2004. The future now lies in your hands. Make good use of your opportunities and live up to your potential. Now let's give a round of applause to these outstanding graduates. The real
And now our salutatorians, joined by Rebecca, would like to have one more opportunity to speak to you.
The great John Dewey once said, "The aim of education is to enable individuals to continue their education, and the object and reward of learning is continued capacity for growth." Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We hope that you have enjoyed listening to our speech as much as we have enjoyed writing it. We are now going to ask the graduates for some cooperation.
For those of you who've ever heard the saying, "foolish chicken," by Mr. Dryden, please stand up and stay standing. For those of you who've ever been told, "quiet peasants," by Miss Morrell, please also stand up.
If you've ever heard as you're leaving class, see you later, take care, much love from Mr. Salinas, please stand up as well. And surely if you've been past in Mr. Saylor's classroom, you'll have heard physics is cool. Please stand up as well.
If you've ever been coerced by Miss Hughes to buy a cookie, please stand up. And if you've ever been told by Mr. London, "You can't graduate without my class," stand up as
well. Congratulations, class of 2004. You are survivors. You have made it. Not only have you survived high school and the people within, you have grown along the way. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You may all now be seated.
Now the journey through Rio Linda hasn't always taken place within the high school walls. For example, we all remember where we were on the morning of Tuesday, September 11th.
I woke up annoyed because my mom was telling me to come in the living room and see what was happening on TV.
Becky called me to inform me of what had happened, and I said, "The World Trade Center? What's that?" And then I went back to bed.
And I was curled up in a warm ball in my bed with my dad. Little did we know at the time that the world as we knew it and our place within it was rapidly changing.
This class has survived the terrorist attacks of 2 wars, and as the world has changed around us, so have we.
Everyone in high school has made friendships over the past 4 years and grown along the way. Us three are living testaments of this growth. Sustaining these bonds has not always been easy. For instance, just 2 weeks ago, we survived the drama of writing this speech.
That's right, 10 hours, a broken chair, 4 ice packs, a bottle of aspirin, a seriously injured bird, and 3 bruised egos after we started, we finished this speech. But in surviving our dramas of friendship, we've all matured, preparing us for the world ahead.
Despite how much school and friends have initiated change in all of us, our families have been our source of strength. They above all have made it possible for us to grow. My mother has always told me that I could have whatever I wanted if I worked hard enough, and I am able to start my life because she taught me to believe in myself.
Academically and athletically, high school has been extremely demanding, and my mother has always been a driving force. Today, my twin brother Eric is also walking, a journey that has been a constant struggle. I am extremely proud of him. I couldn't have done it without you, Eric.
And my family, too, has made me so much more appreciative of everything I have. Through my experiences with them, I've learned to be more open-minded and non-judgmental. And I'm so very grateful to have a selfless and generous person like my dad as a role model.
To all the parents out there, remember the fights, the insults, the raging hormones? Well, just kidding! Families that are here to support the class
class of 2004, you are the reason we have survived.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2004 commencement ceremony. You might be wondering why you're hearing the beginning of our speech at the end. Well, that's because the end of high school is really like the beginning of our lives.
Good luck, class of 2004!
Thank you, ladies. It'll be found. I would now like to bring up two staff members, Mr. Tim Threlkill and Mr. Art London. Please come up onto the stage. Center stage, gentlemen. Between these young men, there is 62 years of experience teaching at Rio Linda High School. I would suspect that some of you are grandchildren of their first students, and that is possibly true. It could happen. But Mr. London has been teaching in the social science department and been the department chair for more years than most of us can remember. He has been a fixture at the school consistently for the past 31 years, and his best friend, Mr. Tim Threlkill, also has been at Rio Linda High School for 31 years in his wood shop, in his cabinet making shop, producing national winners in VICA, and being one of the most outstanding industrial arts teachers in the United States. I want to congratulate both of them. I admire both of them. They are retiring. This is their last graduation at Rio Linda High School. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Next, I have two presentations to students that have been consistently at the top of their game athletically at Rio Linda High School for the past 4 years. We have a male athlete and a female athlete awarded for 4 years of accumulated service to the athletic program at Rio Linda High School. Our top male athlete, this is a sequel, Balin Rippenkroger. Balin plays football, he wrestles, and he runs track at Rio Linda High School on the varsity level, and we congratulate him for his outstanding achievements to the athletic program at Rio Linda High School. Our female athlete, top athlete, Rio Linda High School, the class of 2004, Nicole Wood. Nicole is also a multi-sport athlete, and we congratulate her on her outstanding achievements at Rio Linda High School for the past 4 years. Varsity experience in volleyball, and recently she decided to play soccer and has done so very well. We congratulate her on her achievements. She also swam for us. She did play basketball on occasion as well. This next award is a special award, and it says, in recognition and admiration for incredible courage in the face of adversity, congratulations upon your graduation, Brian Chideris. Come up, Brian. And it was okay that he wore shorts, okay? Thank you, Brian. Next, I would like to thank someone who helps me on a daily basis, helps our school on a daily basis, and is new to our school, and it is my tradition to recognize that help on an annual basis. I would like to present to Mr. Barrington Henry, Assistant Principal. Thank you for a year of dedication and support to the students and staff of Rio Linda High School 2004. Mr. Barrington Henry. And lastly, Mr. Milam, please come forward. Many of you had Mr. Milam as a teacher if you went to Rio Linda High School in the last 28, 30 years. This plaque reads, presented to Mr. John Milam, Assistant Principal. Congratulations on your retirement and thank you for your 32 years of service to the Grant District and to the students, parents, and staff of Rio Linda High School 2004. Now, Mr. Milam also has another phrase, and I only left the last part in, but he has a phrase that says, if it don't go, chrome it. Just chrome it. And now, Julie, bring your singers up. Mr. Darabin, get ready back there. Thank you again, Mr. Darabin. Next we have a presentation by Miss Melissa Burke, our ASB president.
Good evening, everyone. I have up here my ASB treasurer, Justin Bagley, and my ASB secretary, May Chilo, and we would like to make a little class presentation to people that made it happen, and Justin's going to talk about it.
Me, on behalf of the class of 2004, would like to thank some special people that helped us get to where we are today. I would like to thank Miss Rosalie Garcia for being our counselor. I would like to thank Mr. Jason Cummings for being our advisor for these 4 years. I would also like to thank the two vice principals, Mr. Henry and Mr. Milam, and a special thanks to Mr. Lyles, Miss Barry, and Miss Carstetter, who we three have become well acquainted with through this past year. And thank you to all the class that have helped us through this year.
Thank you very much. Mr. Cummings, if you're ready, front row, please stand this side.